Okay. Hello, teacher. My name is Zhang Jiayi. The topic of my speech today is research on performance techniques and musical interpretation of the first movement of Mozart's piano concerto in D major. These are my contents. The introduction of the research topic, research questions, significance of research methodology, relational, description of the preliminary work of pillar study, and so on. As an outstanding musician of the Venice classical period, Mozart's piano music has received the attention of many musicians and researchers. When Mozart composed the piano concerto in G major, both his creative techniques and emotional expressions were in a relatively mature period, and his unique creative style and typical playing techniques are worthy of our exploration. The piano concerto in D major is a work full of sunshine and hope, conveying an optimistic, positive, and uplifting musical emotion to us and providing spiritual comfort to the audience. Well, inheriting the piano performance techniques of the Baroque period, Mozart expanded the technical and expressive possibilities of the instrument. Compared to the delicate and thin textures of early harpsichord music, Mozart's piano works place greater emphasis on lyrical singing qualities, employing diverse touch techniques to achieve varied tonal colors. He skillfully combined arm weight with finger articulation to convey the depths of musical expression. The first movement of the piano concerto in D major embodies the essence of classical music, showcasing Mozart's characteristic piano techniques and reflecting the symmetrical, symmetrical, well balanced style of the classical era. Here are my research questions. How to conduct a thorough an, analysis of the performance techniques and musical interpretation of the first movement of Mozart's piano concerto in D major. How to apply performance techniques to the musical interpretation of the first movement of Mozart's piano concerto in D major. 3. What reference does this study provide for better performance of the piano concerto? 4. What insights have been gained from the preliminary work of the study? This research holds both academic and practical value for performance and scholars of Mozart's piano concertos that enriches both the performance technical execution and expressive depths. By analyzing the musical structure and historical context of the first movement of Mozart's D major piano concerto, this study provides performance with a deeper understanding of the work's stylistic and expressive demands. conducting an in-depth investigation into Mozart's compositional and performance practices fosters critical thinking and meticulous attention to detail essential qualities for both academic research and professional performance. The method of this research are as follows. One, literature connection method, case study method, literature research method. Literature collection method collect various materials on Mozart's piano concertos, including text, scores, images, audio, and videos. Analyze them to build a comprehensive understanding for further research. Case study method examine representative works of Mozart's piano concertos from aspects like playing techniques, forms, and harmonies, and deepens insights into their performance and interpretation. Inductive summary method summarize the performance techniques and interpretative features of Mozart's piano concertos, identify key elements and patterns, and form systematic conclusions. Literature research method review domestic and international academic works on Mozart's piano concertos. Organize research findings and understand the research trends to grasp and essence of musical expression and performance. Before conducting research on Mozart concertos, a series of systemic, systematic preliminary works need to be completed. I have collected all kinds of data um, through the library, the internet, and other channels. I have widely obtained music serials, audiovisual materials related to Mozart concerto, so as to ensure the richness and authority of research materials. Um, at the same time, I conducted a systematic review of existing academic achievements and used the literature research method to study relevant domestic and foreign papers, gaining an understanding of the current research status and development trends in this field. The literature review of this study is conducted from the following aspects: relative literature on Mozart's piano concerto in D major, on the performance style of Mozart's piano music, uh, on the characteristics of Mozart's piano concerto composition. Related literature on Mozart's piano concerto in D major. Mozart's piano concerto in D major was composed on March 22 in 1684, just 1 week after its composition. The rehearsal was completed, and it was premiered at the Hoftheater in the Dorothea. The piano concerto in D major vividly expresses Mozart's positive attitude and his longing for peace and freedom. Sonata form was a frequently used structural technique in Mozart's musical compositions. It was widely employed in his concertos, symphonies, and even opera arias. The first movement of the piano concerto in D major is structured in sonata form. In the piano concerto in D major, Mozart's creation fully demonstrates and rigorous and regular structural characteristics and creative concepts of the Viennese classical school. On the performance style of Mozart's piano music, Mozart's piano works usually follow the typical musical structure of the classical period, such as sonata form, symphonic form. Taking a sonata as an example, its presentation, unfolding, and recapitulation parts are clearly layered, and the functions of each part are clear. When playing, the performer needs to clearly present the logical structure of this structure, allowing the audience to easily distinguish the characteristics of different parts and feel the orderly development of the music through the stability of the rhythm and the construct between paragraphs. Mozart had a precise grasp of the proportions of each part the musical the composed. When dealing with these proportional relationships, performers should pay attention to maintaining the overall harmony and avoid any part being too prominent or laughing, which may diminish the overall beauty of the music. On the characteristics of Mozart's piano concerto composition. Mozart's piano concertos usually adopt a three-movement structure, namely Allegro, slow Allegro. Mozart was skilled at using construct to enhance the dramatic and expressive power of music. Mozart emphasized the construct between movements in terms of speed, emotion, and style, giving music a rich sense of variation and hierarchy. He is good at using various musical techniques to develop and change themes, making music full of vitality and energy. Common techniques include repetition, imitation, and variation. After the preparation of work of this research, uh, I have gained the following insights. The preliminary research work has uh, mm, yielded several important insights. Firstly, the extensive collection of materials, including historical scores, performance recordings, and academic literature, has revealed the rich diversity of interpretations of this work over time. This diversity highlights the flexibility and openness of Mozart's music, which can be interpreted in various ways while still remaining true to its essence. Secondly, the analysis of existing research has showed that there is a strong connection between the musical characteristics of the classical period and Mozart's individual compositional skill. Still, understanding this connection is crucial for accurately interpreting his works. For example, the um, emphasis on order, balance, and clarity in classical music is reflected in the structural design and musical language of the D major piano concerto. Finally, the preliminary work has emphasized the importance of combining technical proficiency with musical understanding. Even the most advanced playing techniques are meaningless without a deep understanding of the music's emotional and structural context. The realization has guided the direction of the subsequent in-depth research, focusing on uh, both technical analysis and musical interpretation to achieve a comprehensive understanding of the work. After adopting the case study method, I will adopt a comparative research method to select representative classical works such as the piano concerto in E flat major of Mozart's numerous concertos as the focus of research, and compare them with the piano concerto in D major. In addition, in the subsequent work, this study needs to further establish a research framework, determine the analysis of the piece from the dimensions of performance techniques, musical structure, harmony language, and musical emotional expression, and develop a detailed research plan the schedule, laying a solid foundation for further in-depth research. Although the first movement of Mozart piano concerto in D major um, is in sonata form, it has an obvious march style, which is particularly evident in the main theme and the closing theme. Moreover, it starts with a strong uh, dynamic, and a relatively strong dynamic is maintained throughout the performance of the main theme, which are typical characteristics of the march style. Subsequently, the flute and the violin compete with each other to play the main melody. This regular and unified performance from is just like an orderly marching team. Mm, the uh, orchestra of the piano concerto in D major uh, adopts the typical orchestral arrangement of the classical period, consisting of string, woodwind, brass, and percussion instrument. Before the emergence of the piano section, the violin served as a lead vocalist in concertos. It is these characteristics that enable the various elements of the entire piece to be well coordinated and integrated with all other orchestral instruments. During the classical period, music art witnessed important changes and developments. In the field of piano performance, musicians building on the profound accumulation of Baroque piano techniques boldly explored and developed brand new interpretive methods. This innovation is not a complete negation of tradition. Instead, on the base of the uh, retaining the exquisite techniques of the Baroque period, uh, elements with more humanistic color and emotional expression are integrated. For example, performance began to pay more attention to the uh, mm, diversity and delicacy of touch. Through changes in different mm, dynamics and space, they endowed the music with a richer sense of layering, thus promoting the prosperity of piano art. As one of the most outstanding representative composer of the classical period, Mozart's piano music compositions are uh, ex- exemplary. His works are deeply rooted in life, and every note seems to be an artistic reproduction of the little bites of life, showing great expressiveness. Mozart's music is based on the cornerstone of order, discarding conflicted and redundant decorations and presenting a simple and clear style. This this simplicity is not monotonous of dull or dull. Instead, through uh, ingenious conceptions and arrangements, it demonstrates an extremely high artistic standard. He is good at using uh, symmetrical and harmonious musical forms, such as neat, ferrous structures and balanced musical form frameworks to convey the most uh, thorough and passionate musical emotions to the audience without reservation. Whether it is a lively and a good melody or soothing and uh, affectionate moment, it can uh, directly touch people's hearts. The music period is undoubtedly a glorious chapter in the history of European music. Mozart's contributions not only injected strong impetus into the music development at that time, but also left countless immortal classics for future generations. He has had a profound and lasting impact on the development of music around the world. His musical concepts and creative techniques have become models for many musicians to learn from and draw on. Continuously uh, nourishing the development and inheritance of musical art. These are my references. Thank you, teacher.